The new pitcher, number 11, Che Yohan, will be facing number 19, Shin Dong-han.
And his day is done. And one thing, Tony, that comes into play, or at least you have the option to work with a little bit more regularity by not.
Another easy game as expected in this tournament. Obviously, work cut out for us well if they do not come back into this one.
2 balls and 2 strikes, Matt, of course, but you almost get the feeling that for whoever falls in that game tomorrow, you're almost done for you. So that's a crucial one tomorrow for Australia and for Panama. And a called strike 3 there, burns in from the lefty Che.
Su Shil-suk was expecting, and also, I mean, they always tough, but the next game for Korea is Japan. And every time you face the home team or the host team, it's going to be tough. So it's huge for both teams, but maybe you can make a case even more for Korea.
You know, that's such a great point. It's all over the United States or Chinese Taipei or Korea for that matter, and think, all right, well, we can pencil that. We can get that as a win. You have to be able to start with at least a solid showing today. Even if you can't knock off Puerto Rico, you don't want to be going into game 2 and thinking, man,
that would be very helpful for his team in trying to come back this one.
Called strike 3, 4 straight strikeouts by Korea's pitching.
Time to get to the batter's box. So there's a strike already on the count, and there's for every play trying to get set up, staying in the game. Here's the lefty Johan Stadium. Here's the 2-1 delivery that's ripped on a line to right, but over there and making the grab. Championships in this tournament, however, they have not won it in quite a while. Before the game in the traditional press conference, you can hear the leather. Here is Johan Chi. That's center for a strike. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The high heat got him quickly.
5th out of the last 6 hitters. And since the home run, Korea's pitching. Duncan Shun sitting down the last 4 men that he saw. Now the first 4 gone against Johan Che.
Speaking of home runs, has shifted, and a lot has to do with this pitcher right here after he came in relief. 3rd inning here. That ball is inside 3 set and ready with the kick and the pitch. That's under in the outside quarter for a strike. It was towards right field from the start of this one, and that ball is fouled back, and now a full count 3.
Pattern as to what we saw in the early game, but what helped that ball travel in the first inning in this game was not the case in the early one.
Here in Naha. Staying in the game is the left-hander, Johan Chi. Just a marvelous job by Korean pitching after that home run by Hernandez. A walk and then a home run, and after that, everyone has settled in. He retired the side. He has not allowed a hit, and only 1 ball has left the infield. And here's the second one, but this one's going to be foul. It's 4 hits, so the only hit allowed by Korean pitching for Puerto Rico. The home run by certainly been marvelous so far here. That's going the other way, foul. The southern part of Japan, a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Shai. 1 away. Total of 7 for Korean pitching combined between starter Dongkan Shai. Here's the cleanup hitter, Sebastian Rolon. Shortstop. That kind of an odd play we talked about in the 5th inning. Here's the lefty. 1-1. Pop back foul.
And mean, it is wild.
Just a line drive to right field. And that is it. So you can say their momentum is on their side here. There's a ground ball to third, charging, and in two very complicated moments there for Shea. Strikeout here for Shea. That's under some discomfort after a play. Put into a stop, quickly twisting and turning towards home plate. Here's a ground ball to short and a quick 1-2-3 inning.
Violation. This one's going to go against Korea's left-handed reliever, Johan Che. Leads things off for Puerto Rico, which started this game as Che kicks and comes home on the 2-1 offer. Puts that one inside. 3 balls and a strike. So we've seen against Puerto Rico batch earlier. There have been a lot of those since that leadoff walk and home run. Rico, leadoff walk and home run. That is literally all on the offensive line for them. 2 runs on 1 hit. That'll continue to get on the inside track toward a super round berth as an attempted bunt for it. It felt like through the first couple innings, every hitter on both sides saw 6 or 7 pitches. Foul ball back in the direction of front of us. They got to protect us. Yes. They're also wearing swing and a miss as Caio Pena goes down and Johan Che puts the
strikeouts. And alongside Dong-Kun Sean, the Johan Shai to continue that streak here in the 6th. Will look to extend it ever since that first inning. Lefty. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for game.
You know, Tony, you mentioned earlier when Dong-Kun Shin was still in this, that it potentially does affect the way that you manage your pitching staff, not just the rest of the day today, but maybe for the rest of the opening round or the next couple of days, whatever it is. And when you got somebody dealing the way Johan Che is, he's been perfect through. That was a fly out to right field back in the 3rd.
Boy, and he looks good. Assume that we might see a pitching change for the 7th. That ball hits the pan. Could be very well all hands on deck. Slow roller foul ball. And even though we could jump to a 2-0 start, of course, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here, but.
And Chinese Taipei U.S. at Nishizaki Stadium in Itoman.
A line drive to right field, sprinting towards the foul line. That ball is just a bit off plate on the left side of the dish. Against a righty. Up high too, and I want to have a couple of screens in front of you if you cannot make it to any of the stadiums. Nishizaki Stadium for Chinese Taipei in the United States. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Again, the sword. Another.